Hi, guys. Good morning. Good day to everybody watching me from Africa. A very good morning to anybody in Canada and other countries. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so today I have Abby here. She's going to tell us something exciting, something that I am personally excited about. And so please stay with us. Do start tagging your friends and family. Do share the video like you always do. And I would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's go right to the point. Abby, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Gina?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, can you tell us a little about yourself before we go into what this discussion is all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Abi Adu. I um, came to Canada to do my MBA
Mm,
at the University of British Columbia.
mm.
After doing my MBA, I worked at Microsoft, and then I decided to go on and co-found my own data analytics
You worked.
platform.
You worked at Microsoft. That's exciting. I think
Yeah.
um, I will have to invite you again to the show for the UBC application. I know that people I know
Okay.
will be interested in that. Yeah. So please go ahead. Sorry to cut you.
No problem. And then I decided to co-found my startup, which is the Xeron Analytics. I think that's why we're here. So highlighting that, but also beyond that, I'm very passionate about, bridging the gap between opportunity and access. So a lot of the things I've done or a lot of the initiatives I'm involved in, it's always around how to bridge that gap. So for example, I also run an NGO in Ghana called the Grace Life Leadership Center, where we train entrepreneurs and young people into leadership or into building their social ventures, as you may call it. I'm also currently working as a community developer for the entrepreneurship at UBC, where we are building the Black Advisory Hub, basically to also, bridge the gap when it comes to Black people getting access to funds, grants, and just opportunities across Canada and across the world. So, yeah, that's just a little about me. You would say I'm just passionate about, anything concerning Black people, concerning Africans, and just creating opportunities for Africans. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Abby, so let's talk about how we even met. Guys, it's very funny that I actually met Abby this week. I mean, I have seen her, I have seen her in my church before, I have seen her at programs, but we have never, had any communication. We've never
Yeah.
talked So I met her this week. I went for a program. And do you want to tell us about what that program was?
Yeah, so we met at, I think the title of the program was Black Leaders in Tech and Voices of Change. And it was basically organized by three different groups, the CASA Foundation, the E at UBC, and Lawson Landell. And basically, the idea was to launch the Black Advisory Hub, which is what I was mentioning, to
Yeah.
create opportunities or close the gap when it comes to wealth for Black people living in Canada. So that was pretty much it. So if people are, Black identifying, they live in Canada, they have business ideas, they want to be connected to investors, or they simply want to, be able to assess opportunities, whether employment or whatnot. The Black Advisory Hub is pretty much where you have to find yourself because that's what we want to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, guys, I was intentional about this. I wanted to ask her where we met and the reason for the meeting because I want to let you all know that this is something that is going on. This is something that the Black community in some universities are doing. And so, if you're currently in Vancouver, if you're in BC, and even everywhere in Canada, you can be part of this. You can be part of this. It's a platform, or not a platform, but it's a group
A
where
community or an ecosystem.
exactly where they want to empower Black people to come up with their best. Okay, and this is really like this is good. This is really good. So when I met her, I was like, girl. damn, you have to be on my show. So yeah, so that's about it. And now let's talk about the main reason why we're here. Abby has an app that she would like to educate us. She would like to tell us what that app does. Okay. And I believe it's most of you will be interested. I have people in Canada who follow my page. I have people around the world who follow my page, and I'm very grateful to you. This is a very good information. That is why I told her that she should come on the page. So, Abby, right. So, now let's just dive into what you are currently doing and what you would like us to know. Just feel free to talk about everything.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get right in. So the idea of Xeron Analytics actually came about when I moved here. Before coming here, I was in the University of.
Sorry, before you even say that, what inspired you to come up with that thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna get into that. I was at the University of Ghana, and backstory. So when I was in the University of Ghana, I did my research on environmental reporting. I did accounting. And it was so difficult for me to access any data for research. I printed surveys because I was doing corporate entities. I would go from one company to the other. They would look at me and say, yeah, we wouldn't want to fill this survey. So I kept walking from one place to the other, did not get. I started a first startup. It was an e-commerce business. And basically, I also wanted to do research on the market. It was basically the agricultural sector. And it was very hard. It was tough because there wasn't that data available. The third thing, I helped organize a hackathon, basically how to solve AI and well-being challenges in Africa. I did it with AI Commons. We got data enthusiasts, scientists, people wanted to, build stuff, but they couldn't get data to test their AI models.
Wow.
And, the problem with not having data for research for all of this is when it happens like that, in the case of the hackathon, we had to take foreign data to test the models. Now, imagine you are building something for Africans, but you are testing it with like foreign data or European data or American data. There's already bias
Yeah.
in what you are building because it's not built for the African context.
Community, yeah.
Anyway, fast forward, I come to UBC, I come to Canada, I'm doing my MBA, and I was approached by this prof to help him do a research, basically comparing opioid addiction and COVID and see which one is an epidemic. And I tried to assess data. And I go on a platform, even when I don't have it, I just have to call the statistics and analytics folks, the institution, and they give me the data. I'm doing, a research for some of the big marketing companies here. And I can basically use Statista or Simply Analytics or IBIS World. These are all data analytics platform that give you the data, that break the data down to, consumer level. This is how much every household is selling. This is what the industry looks like and all that. And I was able to get this data just sitting at one place.
Oh, that's
So
great.
then I'm like, how is it that it's very difficult when you are in Africa to do research, or let's say you are in Canada or in Vancouver and you want to invest in a business in Ghana or in Kenya? How is it that it's difficult to get that data or to get that market insight into that market or that scope or that scene you want to invest in? Let's say a lot of people here get money. People in diaspora want to build businesses at home. They should be able to know the insights about this industry. This is an industry. This is how my people learn. If I put a product on the market, this is how much I should price it, right?
Yeah.
They should be able to have access to that data easily.
Yeah.
But then we realized, it wasn't available. And I think for me, the last straw was when I moved to Canada, it was also very difficult to access credit, get loans, or anything. And it was basically because I was told there's no data about me. So I reached out to various banks and I basically went like, I want to be able to build credit scoring systems for you. And they are
Okay.
like, but we don't have the data for you to use. So then I realized that the problem we are facing in Africa when it comes to, being able to access loans, whether in Ghana or outside of Ghana or outside of Africa, whether we want to build businesses, whether we want to invest in businesses, whether we just want to do research for innovation, the big problem is that there's no data.
There's no
Even
data.
when you go to the big statistical organizations, the government statistical organizations, you just have population data and that's it. And this is really based on someone who has dug and done research and engaged different, organizations back home. There's pretty much no data. And so what my friends and I did was, we threw out everything. We're like, what if we made the data possible for everyone, for whatever people wanted to do? So whether you want to be able to build a business in Ghana, we want to be able to give you a platform where you can go on and just, type. You just have to type it. What is the market looking like in
Okay.
Kenya for the leather industry? And you should be able to have dashboards that will tell you whatever the market is doing, where it's at, if you want to invest, the businesses to invest in, if you want to build, where to target it, maybe like the region to even position your business in, because that's the thriving place, with employees, etc. We want to be able to make that very accessible. And so we are building a data analytics platform
Okay.
that would be able to generate these insights. So, for example, you were a student, you are doing research. You should be able to put your question in and generate those insights. You should be able to assess whatever data you need for whatever brilliant idea or innovation or just research you want to do. And that's what Xeron Analytics is about. So we launched our app, which is the first phase of this project. And what that app is basically bringing a community of change makers together. Now, when I say change makers, anybody that wants to contribute to this.
Okay.
So if you are someone who wants to organize a survey or a research, we are allowing you to put your research on the app. And then if you are someone who, feels really passionate about bringing change, we want you to be able to contribute your voice to some of these surveys and research topics that people have put on the app. So let's say I put as a research on the job market, what the job market is looking like. And I have a target audience of people within job hiring, age, so 18 to whatever age. We put your survey on the app, and then whatever target audience you said you want your research to go to, we blast it out to them on the app. And
Okay.
then as they fill it, you get the insights from them. So it's not like, someone is coming to tell you this is what it looks like. You can actually see it on the app. You can actually target the progress as people are filling and, sharing opinions. So if you want to target, let's say 5,000 people, as, people are filling your survey, you actually see where you're at on the app. And that's what it pretty much does. Now, what we want to do is to actually call a lot of people, and I call it change makers. We want to call a lot of people to be able to contribute their voices to this, because you realize that the more people are filling this survey, the more we can get innovation out, the more people who want to build businesses can get the insights to build, the more people who want to invest or innovate or do any form of social intervention or initiative can do it. So we need more people signing on the app as change makers or contributors to some of these research and survey. And the good thing is, for a lot of the surveys, when people request them, they also add a benefit to it, and we give it back to, the change makers. So someone would say, I want to be able to gather this, and this is how much I'm willing to pay to people to fill the surveys for me.
Okay, so that
And
is
we're
where
like,
the earning comes in.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's where the earning comes in. So
Yeah.
let's say, Gina, you want to put your survey, you want to know what people want to see on your live stream. And so you host a survey and you're like, I'm willing to reward people with $1,000, right? So that $1,000 goes to your target audience.
Okay.
Based on the survey they fill, they get rewarded for those points. And so let's assume I am a change maker on the app. I see your survey, I fill it, I get, my portion of that reward you are given to the change maker community. I fill another survey on insurance or finance, whatever reward I get it. I fill a survey on this other topic, whatever reward that is attached to it from whoever put it there, I also get it. And the idea is that we want to be able to let people say thank you when these research and these insights are provided to them. So you earn your rewards, and as it goes, you can actually cash those rewards out as airtime, as mobile money, as whatever like form you want to cash it out. And it's not because people are paying you for the data or insights. It's because they want to say thank you for your contribution to in innovation, or to make my research or my innovation possible. And so that's what it's pretty much about. We launched it somewhere in the middle of this month, and we already have over 500 people already on, and we are calling more people to join. It's currently on Google Play Store. So you basically have to type Zeron Data, Zeronedata, Zeron Data. And once you type it and you sign on to the app, it just tells you what you have to do, what the purpose is, why we are doing this, and how you can even earn from it or just contribute to the social good we want to bring in Africa.
Okay.
It's the full features.
Sorry, guys. If you're watching, could you please text that in the comment section? Paul, I see that you're here. Samuel Edu, Amanko, I see that you're here. If you could spell it, type it. But I'm going to edit the caption and put it there after the video. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that the full features are available in Ghana. We also have the app available in Kenya. Just that we are still working on the rewards part. So limited functionalities, but you can still contribute to, surveys, insights, research if you are in Kenya as well. It's also available in US and Canada. And the idea is because we know that there are a lot of people in the diaspora who want to also give back to communities back home, or just invest in businesses, or have research that they want to get insights about. So it's available in US, Canada, Kenya, and Ghana. But the full features is available in Ghana, because obviously I'm in Ghana. So that's where I want to start from. We are registered with every organization. So if people are asking, we have every credibility or accreditation we can get. We are already legalized by the Ghana Data Protection Commission because they believe in what we are doing. We are partnered with the Microsoft Founders Hub, Paystack, MasterCard Foundation, and the Entrepreneurship at UBC. So, these are institutions or global institutions or organizations that believe, what we are doing can actually change Africa, and they are supporting us. And so we are calling on our own people, Africans, Ghanaians, to go on the platform, just download, use it, leave your feedback, and, just contribute to the research that folks are putting there. If you also have a research, just request that you want your research to be put there. And it's as simple as that.
Oh, that's amazing. So you mentioned that this is the first phase. Would you want to talk about the second phase?
Yeah, absolutely. So the second phase, so we've launched the app on Google Play Store in just a few weeks.
Not on iOS.
in just a few weeks, we'll be launching on iOS
Okay.
App Store as well. That's in the works, which is all part of the first phase. The second phase is we're also going to launch our analytics platform, which, that's the exciting part because it's AI powered.
Ooh.
You can do whatever. It's very intuitive. You can customize. So it's like you can customize your research reports. You can generate reports. We've made it very easy. I'm so excited talking about it. Like
Yeah.
you can just it's basically like Chat GPT, but a
Oh,
high level of Chat GPT. So you ask a
a
question
high
and you
level
get
of
a report.
wow. I'm
You
excited about that. A high level of GTP. Wow.
Yeah, so you just type your question and then you get your research report. The insights, the market, the data, what it looks like, how much to price this, and everything is generated for you. So if you're a student and you are doing a research, you type your research question and then it's being built for you and then you can customize it. You don't need this in there, you want this in there, and then the app and the analytics in it is just building it for you. We have like a team that is very motivated and passionate about this and really skilled in engineering. One person in my team has been on the Google Black Founders and built things that have won awards back in Africa. So it's just exciting working with them to build this and launch it out. So be on the lookout for the Xeron Analytics platform. When you go to our website, you'll see the countdown on when it's going to be available. So that will
Okay.
also be out, and that's the second phase of what we are working on.
Okay, that's great. So with the website and everything, guys, for sure, after the video, after the live video, I will edit the caption and I'll put everything there to make it easier for you to search and read more on this. Okay, so I think you have said everything you need to say, right?
Yeah, I think that's it about app and our startup. But I think the biggest thing or the biggest ask is that folks should go use it, especially if you have an Android phone. While we work on getting the iOS one out, please download the app, use it, leave us feedback. We have our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are starting a community page called Change Makers. If you search Xeron Data or Xeron Data Change Makers, you can join. People are sharing their ideas on, how to even bring the most value out of the app, how to use it. If you have questions, you can ask on the page. But we want people to interact with our platform. The good thing is that if you refer people, you also earn rewards. So the more people
Oh.
you share the app with who use it, you are also earning rewards. Yeah, we just want to be able to let people know that this is valuable, and you can actually also benefit from whatever comes, and that's our way of actually communicating that. So if you refer people, you actually also earn points. So use the app, refer as many people as you can, because the more you refer, the more you earn. And just give us feedback on what you think you want the app to do, or what you think you want our platform to do.
Okay.
Once again, it's about the community, it's about bringing change. So we are all ears when it comes to feedback.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so on Facebook it's the same Xeron Data.
Yeah, Xeron
And
Data.
are you on Instagram?
On Instagram, you can search for Xeron Data or Xeron Analytics, analytics with a Q.
Okay.
So on all our platforms, Xeron Data, Zeronedata, and then Xeron Analytics, Zerone, and then Analytics,
Okay.
Analiq. Probably spelled it wrong. Analytics with a Q. And
What we
yeah,
can also do is I will search for, I do not have Android phone, so you can send me a picture how it looks like, a picture of how the app looks like. Okay, and then I'll post it as a picture on my page as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Okay,
this
guys.
is pretty much the logo. I don't know if That's the logo for the
Oh
app. So
yeah, I
if you
see
see
that.
this,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
that's
Yeah.
Xeron Analytics, yeah,
Okay.
or
Okay.
Xeron Data.
So, guys, what do you think about this? Paul says, nice one. Samuel says, that's a very laudable idea. Oh, yeah, it is. It's amazing. And I'm very happy that, this is coming from somebody who is Ghanaian. And it's good to always support people who are bringing up amazing stuff like this. Okay. So, yes, Abby, thank you so much. For your time and for educating us about what Xeron Data does. There are so many students in Ghana. We have a lot of Black students in Canada as well. So if you're a student here, please, it is something that you should look out for. And um, just to remind you again, you earn while completing a survey or something like that. You earn. Okay, it's not a waste of time, and it's something that is going to help the Black community. So please do well to download this app. All right. So yeah, thank you so much again, Abby. I am happy that you came on my show today. Is there any last thing that you would like to say before we sign out?
Yeah, thank you so much, Gina. It was just sensational meeting you, hearing about how you're empowering, your community, and thanks for inviting me onto the show. The last thing I want to say is I think being in a space where I empower people, I bridge the gap between opportunity and access. I've come to this realization: we can't always sit and wait for governments to do things or
Right.
bring innovations or initiatives to us.
Okay.
And so we as young people, we as Africans, we as Black community, we have to be able to do things for ourselves. We have to be able to generate wealth for ourselves and not always rely on government. Fine, it's good to have government support and all. But in my experience, if we ourselves feel empowered to do something, even in whatever small portion it is, let's do it in our corner, because good anywhere is good everywhere. And that's pretty much my last words. If you can bring about any good, just do it in your small corner, because you'll be contributing much to your community. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much. I'm excited about that. And the part that excites me the most is the chat GTP. I always make a mistake. Yeah. So anyway.
Chat GPT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that chat GPT. Yeah, I use it. Sometimes you have any questions, you put it on there. It answers it for you, and you can edit it. You can edit it to suit whatever you want it to. Whatever you
Yeah.
use. So yeah, it's really
So
exciting
imagine it building something like a report for you in an
for you.
African context.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exciting.
amazing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Okay, great. So guys, I will definitely bring Abby on the show again, and that will be about her school application to University of British Columbia. Thank you
Absolutely.
so
I'm
much.
also a MasterCard Foundation scholar, so I came on scholarship. So I can
Oh,
absolutely talk about
hey, I'm excited about
the
that.
the MasterCard Foundation scholarship. Yeah,
Okay.
I am also an ambassador for scholarships, the MasterCard Foundation scholarship especially. So I can talk about it anytime
Oh,
as
that's
well.
great. Yeah, yeah. Let's schedule that some other time. So yeah, we are signing off now. We're signing out now, guys. Thank you so much. Please, if you're watching, share this video. If you don't share, nobody will get to see this. It is very important that everybody gets to see this, especially we in Africa. Okay, so do share this video. Thank you so much for your support and for your love. Do have a great Sunday. Bye bye.